So Joy, I love the water when I live close to the water. I keep hearing about flood insurance, and back 15 years ago when we bought a house, never heard of anything like that. So help us all understand flood insurance a little more.
Well, obviously, flood insurance has definitely become something that we talk about in just about every transaction now. And it really does depend on where you are purchasing the house. So let's take Camden County, for example. Camden County is only on an average of about 13 foot above sea level. So in the big scheme of things, that's pretty low. So there is a good chance that somewhere in the near future, hopefully not too near future, we may end up with some water intrusion. So what FEMA has done is they have come out and they have mapped the whole of Camden County. So we can look at a flood map and say this particular area, because of how it sits or where the rivers are or where the marsh is more prone to flooding than somewhere that may be further away from the water. So the whole of Camden County is in a flood zone. However, it is the designations that is going to tell you whether you are going to require flood insurance and how much that is going to be. So the designations are going to be an X designation, which they don't believe that you need flood insurance for. A AE designation where you are going to need some flood insurance, but it should be a reasonable amount. Or let's say you're purchasing a house that's sitting on the beach or right on the sand dunes, then you are probably going to be in what they call a 2.0 designation, which means you are probably going to have the highest risk. You are going to be having to be required to have the most in your flood insurance. Now, the nice thing we have now is FEMA gives us a non-required flood insurance, which runs about $518 at the moment. So even if you're in an X zone, I recommend to my clients, go ahead and purchase it. We do live in a hurricane isle, and sooner or later something's going to happen, and it's just best to be covered.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the $518 is that's an annual fee?
That is an annual fee, yes. And
okay.
That's what we refer to as the FEMA non-required flood insurance.
Okay. Wow, everything's a trade-off, isn't it?
It is. It is.
All right. Thanks for that explanation, Joy. That's helpful.